Well, they're the hackers taking it to a frightening new level, accessing your accounts and creating heartache and misery for many families. Once they're in, getting your life back on track is not easy.
Yeah, it's scary to know that we have to be basically on these services, and it should be safe. We should trust them. So it made us not trust them.
Yeah, pretty much it is like having a life on freeze.
This is everybody's privacy, everybody's financial security that we've all worked really hard to do.
But for those that do experience the, exploitation of their information and their identity, it's pretty harrowing.
Technology has made our lives easier, but it's also left us more exposed than ever to having our identity stolen. Adelaide couple Sarah and Aaron experienced exactly that and are currently living in fear of what will come next after Sarah's MyGov account was hacked last year.
I was locked out and thought I had possibly done something to be locked out. I went into a Centrelink office and asked them to help me unlock it, and that's when we found out that it had been hacked.
But the damage was done. The family says hackers changed Sarah's bank details, address, email and phone number, and then amended some of their old tax returns to get money, and also tried to steal their superannuation. The changes also meant the family missed out on Centrelink payments.
They've also made other victims of flood claims and
single
parenting payments.
Changes that our kids have lived outside of Australia, which neither of us or the kids ever have.
Yeah, so they've been able to rack up quite a bill, and which now we have to pay that back.
The family's now being forced to repay the thousands of dollars stolen back to the government.
So we pay roughly, it varies each fortnight, but it can be about $120 a fortnight for this debt that we never got money for.
Definitely not happy at all, because the amount of money that had been taken out, sometimes day after day or once a week or once a fortnight, which was completely different to what the payments we had been getting. It should have really sort of red flagged them what was going on.
8 months on, their life and accounts are still frozen.
Or just something we could do on the app or online. We actually have to ring up and gain access for them to unlock it while we can do that.
Sydney buyer's agent Carla is also in the midst of a MyGov hack.
I've got an email from MyGov to say that I had re-registered myself for GST and an ABN was reinstated, and I hadn't done that. My accountant and I went through my ATO profile and found that my bank details had been changed to the hacker's bank details. My mailing address had been changed to the hacker's mailing address.
Carla was a victim of the Medibank hack last year, but other than that, has no idea how the scammers could have got access to her account.
I thought I had protected myself, but somewhere along the line, they've got enough information to hack me, and the only hacking I'm aware of is the Medibank hacking.
Carla learned that for victims of identity theft, there really is no silver bullet. After days of calling various agencies, her accounts remained frozen and she feels exposed.
I feel like I'm pissing in the wind. I don't feel like my voice is being heard. I feel like I have a significant problem. I've basically left the key in my front door and waiting for someone to turn it. And anyone can turn it at any time.
One service that has been set up to help is ID Care.
Our demand's increasing 30 to 40% per annum.
Managing Director David Lacey says scammers target people during tax time, knowing full well they'll be accessing services like MyGov.
Since June, we've had a 10-fold increase in the number of people coming to us who've experienced the impersonation of the tax office or MyGov. And pure and simple, that's because it's tax season.
Mr Lacey says while most of the time hackers get in because the victim has fallen for a scam, there are cases where the cause can't be identified.
There's a very hefty cohort in the community that have no idea how the criminals have got their data, and they're having to do really three things. They're having to work out what else is going on in my name that I don't know about right now, so they're playing the detective.
Carla, Sarah and Aaron think the government needs to better protect our data and also have a better system in place for those people who suffer a breach.
We think in Australia that we're being looked after, but I think that's just I think we're living in denial.
Very worried. Who knows what they can do with it? They could be scamming other people under our name. They could be making other accounts. They could do anything.